We're here today to talk about the history of biathlon in Fort Kent. It's been a short ride, but an exciting journey through the last 10 years, getting us to where we're at today, hosting our second World Cup. In 1998, we started to hear rumors that Max Cobb and the U.S. Biathlon Association was looking for a new training center of excellence in New England. They were looking for an area that had very dependable snow, had great community support, had a culture of skiing that we could raise new skiers in. Well, when we heard that, we became very interested, and immediately I contacted Max to see what it was that Fort Kent could do. Traveled to Burlington, we discussed it for a while, and he said, you know what, there might be something here we can work on together. Let's talk to Andy Shepard. Andy said, yeah, you know what, I think I like this. This sounds interesting. We ended up making a presentation to the Lieber Foundation, and shortly thereafter, the Maine Winter Sports Center was started. Most of the community didn't even know what biathlon was at that time. We didn't know how to spell it or say it. Biathlon, we weren't even sure what to say. But we were interested. It was a new sport. We thought this is something we can latch into. This is going to be great. And with the expertise of John Morton, our trail designer, Max Sanger, our first employee, and Vladimir Shavenka, our first biathlon coach, we designed and started construction of the stadium. By midwinter, we had a firing line. We had some ski trails laid in here. No targets yet. But even though we didn't have that, we had plenty of snow. It was obvious that there wasn't enough snow to host a NORAM in Lake Placid, New York. Max Cobb gave me a phone call a week before the event was supposed to be held and said, is there any way, Carl, that you think we could hold this event in Fort Kent? I said, Max, anything's possible in Fort Kent when it comes to skiing. I'm sure we can find a way with your help and your assistance to make sure that we got all the things right and we can count the misses and the hits right. We'll definitely hold this event. There's no question in my mind. We built supports for the targets out of 2x4s. We put up army tents to host hot dogs and chili and refreshments and a place for the athletes to get dressed in. And we hosted the first NORAM here just 8 months after we started even knowing how to spell biathlon. But we all learned what biathlon was. The next season saw us busy building a new lodge, designed by a German architect, a beautiful facility. We couldn't believe we were building this up here at this venue. And we ended up hosting the U.S. Nationals that were also scheduled somewhere else and brought to us within a week. Soon it became obvious that Fort Kent was gaining a great reputation for very dependable snow around the United States and the Nordic community. Within 4 years, we were going to be hosting our first IBU World Cup. Amazing, 4 years after starting and not even knowing how to spell biathlon. The next year, we were asked to host the 2005 International Paralympic Committee's World Nordic Ski Championships here in Fort Kent. What an opportunity. The community rose to the occasion, built new trails, adapted them to sit skiers and blind skiers and deaf skiers. What an event it was. Many people after the event told me afterwards that they felt this was the best event they've ever participated in.
During the last 10 years, we have had skiers like Kelsey Bouchard, Newt Rogers, Megan Toussaint, Grace Boutock, Walt Shepard, and Russell Currier represent us at many junior and senior world championships. And the next step of Olympic representation is not very far away.
The last 10 years have been quite a ride at breakneck speed. I really never thought this could have been possible, and it wouldn't have been without the generosity and the support of the Lieber Foundation and Owen Wells. Along with the help of such experts, we had an army of volunteers that helped us put on all the events and develop the stadium and develop the trails and develop the lodge. There were so many volunteers that came out to help us get Maine Winter Sports Center off the ground. We can't thank them enough.